Yes, once again, streaming live from downtown Flushing and not realizing that I'm live, which is sometimes can be embarrassing if you're doing something that you don't want people to see, which I don't do. I just sit here drinking coffee and stuff. But anyway, I'm so glad to be here. Happy Friday night. My name is Joe DiChiara. If you don't know me by now, I am a certified public accountant licensed to do business in New York as far as audited financial statements, which I don't do. So I can do business all over the world with people. I can do tax returns in any state in the United States. I could probably do other countries, but I really don't have the time to learn other country laws. But anyway, I'm definitely an out of the box thinking CPA because I was born to be an entrepreneur. I'm sure of that because I can go back as far back as I can remember. One of my first memories is I sold something. I got money. I think it was before I could even talk. So that's how far back my entrepreneurial journey has gone. And so today I am a serial entrepreneur with a CPA license, and I use that ammunition to help people monetize their business. And you know, one of the saddest, discouraging things that I ever learned about business is the fact that millions and millions and millions of people go into business and never generate one single penny of revenue. That to me was pretty uh, earth shattering, to be honest with you. And I don't want to go into the whole, my purpose, my reason, because we'll be here for a long time. But the bottom line is, for as long as I can remember, I had this powerful emotion of helplessness, of despair when I saw my clients failing. And if you were lucky enough to be on my live yesterday, where I interviewed Jeannie Goodwin, and she covered this about finding your purpose. She said, whatever your emotion is, whatever your strongest emotion is, the universe is basically pointing you in the direction of where you're supposed to be. And that was a great, just if Jeannie's listening, thank you for that. I would recommend anybody, she has, you're going to have to go back to yesterday's live, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Bedrock Business Builders, and watch the whole interview. And you'll find out what her free offers are. So anyway, so my purpose, and now, so yesterday, since I found out why, and it had nothing to do with me, this would have been my purpose had I chosen another industry, another career. I still would have been helping entrepreneurs somehow, some way. So, thank you, Jeannie, for giving me that relief of knowing that I've been on the right track for a long, long time. And that really, that's empowering. It really is, to know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because a lot of time, most of the time, we don't even know why we're doing stuff. But once again, folks, I'm getting off track here. There is a reason for me going into this stuff. And what I do now is I run a program I call How You Can Win Big at Business. That's actually the name of the show. I forget most of the time to announce that. But, you know, that's what I'm all about. And to win big at business means that you have to generate money. So the beginning point of every business is the fact that you need something. And it doesn't have to be tangible. It could be intangible. That somebody somewhere is willing to pay you for. And, you know, if you notice, I just got serious. And that because of the fact that so many people go into business and all they ever do is spend money. And you are not going to succeed. It's impossible. It's mathematically impossible to win at business if you do not sell something. Okay? And you don't even have to get money for it. You can barter. You know, just get something that somebody's going to want and give you something in exchange. Okay? They didn't always have money. People used to trade stuff. So you could trade services. You know, I started doing that a lot. Okay? Cash is not plentiful. So if you could trade, and so if you want to do business with somebody and, you know, they want their cash, you want to keep your cash, but you have a beneficial relationship, there's no reason why you can't barter services. I'm all for it. You know, you still got to put a value on it. But at least when you do that, now you go from being an amateur person with an idea and expenses to being a business. So, you know, I had the pleasure of chatting today with one of the 5-day challenge members, Dee, and she had mentioned that, because I asked her, have you monetized? Have you made any money? And, you know, I don't want to, well, I'm gonna talk about this because she believed that she hadn't, you know, she didn't start that long ago. But the fact was that she did receive affiliate fees. She is in the affiliate marketing business. And that is a huge, huge milestone, because that validates the fact that she has a business, a potential business. If you get one person to pay you, I don't care if it's your mom, you might have something there. Now, you got to go beyond, you know, you can start with your friends and families. At some point, you're going to have to go beyond, unless you have a huge family or they have a lot of money. Okay, but that's not really a business. That's family and friends. Okay, but don't discount the fact that when you do business with them, that you're doing business. And, you know, it's important for people to understand what is the difference between a hobby, a dream, and a business. And that's it. The money. When you can generate money, you have a shot at having a business. And I believe Dee is going to have a great business because she has a passion, she has a purpose, she has all the tools. You know, most of us have all of the tools that we need to start, build, and manage our own businesses. You know, I say all the time, if you love chasing butterflies in the desert, if that's your passion, and I'm pretty sure there aren't any butterflies in the desert, but if you want to believe that, I could probably show you a way to monetize it, which amazes me, but there's almost a way to monetize anything now. Anything. And it doesn't matter how small there is, how small the group is that would want to chase butterflies in the desert. Okay? You only need a few things to have a viable business. You need an offer, which means you have to have a product or service. You need an offer, and you need a customer. That's two things, two. That's it. You know, I was in a mastermind meeting today, and it was really unbelievable. Mastermind with Sue. I recommend everybody sign up for her masterminds. They're free. She will be doing paid masterminds. But, you know, Sue has her flavor of mastermind. She does it. She's excellent at it. I love participating in them. And I have my own brand of mastermind, which I like to invite you to. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. That's what this has all been leading up to. And I'll tell you how you can mastermind your own success. Because that's what my purpose is. My purpose is to get you monetizing your business. And one of the most brilliant tools for doing that is the mastermind principle. So if you join my mastermind, you'll get a free taste of what a mastermind is like. And all you got to do is go to mastermindwithjoe.com. No, sorry, mastermindwithjoe.com. Okay, you got to put the DeChara in there, and maybe you want to do a screenshot of this so that you remember how to spell my name. Anyway, so today Sue does what she calls the 5-minute power hot seat, and you know what was there were a lot of aha moments, believe it or not, and I have notes all over the place because that's what happens. You know, but this is what I want to share with you. There's an individual in the group, and a lot of times, if you don't know what a hot seat is or a mastermind, I'll explain it. And so the hot seats are where one person gets to come ask a very focused laser beam question to the group as a whole. And then everybody in the group gets a chance to comment on that situation, problem, whatever it is. And you get short little snippets, but something magical happens as you're going around and you connect with people. So this one member, you know, we go around, everybody gets a chance. And this one member said she really didn't have anything to ask because she's got so many hats that she wears and she's got so many questions. You know, what she was really trying to do was figure out what she can delegate. So she didn't have a question for us, but she did without realizing it, because I had a suggestion for her, because I had just faced the same exact situation. And, you know, I share with people, I hired a coach, Larry Broughton, and he's taking me through his program. And part of the program is doing this do what you love exercise. That's what he calls it. And I shared it here. If you go back to some prior Facebook Lives or my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it. But it was really a brilliant exercise, because what it is you take one column and you put down all of the different tasks that have to be accomplished, including, you know, opening the mail, sending postage, you know, buying postage stamps, everything. And then you draw 3 columns. And the first column is that you're doing it. Okay, so these are all the tasks, and then you check off the ones that you're doing. Obviously, the ones that you're not doing, you've already delegated or automated already. The second column is where you put great at it. You're doing it and you're great at it. And then the last column is you love doing it. So when I saw this exercise, I jumped all over it because, what I believe, what I teach is that you want to find what you love doing, and I'll help you monetize it. So I have to apply this principle to myself. And when I did it, I saw the picture. It was documented. I was doing a lot of things that should have been delegated because I was doing everything. And a lot of things I was great at, like my own bookkeeping, like my client's bookkeeping, like my client's tax return. I'm great at that. But I wasn't in all the I love it. So sometimes I actually love doing bookkeeping because it's like a puzzle to me. And sometimes I love doing tax returns, but not always. So I left that blank. So that becomes something that I should delegate because I don't love doing it. I can oversee it. I can pick and choose and do bookkeeping, accounting, any tax work that I want to do. I don't have to delegate all of it. But that's a good category. And then the result of doing this is I hired 3 VAs because it was shocking to me. I said, I'm not practicing what I preach. So, I shared this in the group, and we went around, and it was almost like everybody had the same experience as I did. They had their own, epiphanies with these to-do lists and how to delegate. And everyone, I think there were 10 of us in the group. So you would have 9 people suggesting stuff. So, besides me and the person asking the question, 8 other people all had their own similar story and their own method of dealing with this. And so one of them was a book. I want to recommend this because I heard of it. It's called The One Thing. The One Thing. And it's sort of like a system, a habit of, you can only do one thing at a time. So you look at everything you have to do. And you physically, you put that at the top. And this is a book. It's a system. So, I only got the cliff notes on it. But what it does is it shows you what that one thing. Now, I have a similar thing. I have today's main thing. So I have like the same type of thing. And one of the members suggested a book. I'll suggest a book. It's called Eat That Frog. And what that is, it's by, I think, Jack Canfield or one of those other people. But if you look up Eat That Frog, and I don't like that title because just thinking about it gets me sick. But the premise is that, we always have all of these things we have to do. But if you do the most disgusting thing, the thing that you hate doing the most first, you get it out of the way. And, I just read a similar book, Atomic Habits. And it was basically the same sort of premise. So, the point is, so we went around and it was amazing. It was amazing, the input that we got from everybody. So it turned out that the one person that didn't have a question actually had the best question. And that's what happens in a mastermind. That's, a big part of the magic that I'm talking about that happens in a mastermind. So, at the end, we do our aha moments as long as there's time left. And everybody says, oh, this was an amazing mastermind because I figured this out, or I got this answer. There's things that I've been struggling with for a long time, and then somebody asks a question, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I had that same problem, and I almost forgot about it. Anyway, I had my own question. I had my own hot seat, and I had a list. I had like 6 excellent suggestions that were a solution to my problem. And the problem was simple. I said, I want to know how I can, go locally again. I'm tired of all these virtual networks. I want to get back to face-to-face network. And they gave me suggestions like Meetup, like the Chamber of Commerce, and they were great. And I looked at them and I said, this is great. But you told me what I would have told one of my clients if they came to me with this. Pretty much. I mean, these are, fundamental ways to network, and they gave me some other sources on, this is what this person does. But when I looked at it, I said, my aha moment was realizing that even though I know something, even though I have the knowledge, even though I teach people these principles and these fundamentals of business, I need other people to remind me. Don't ask me why. But the funny thing that happened, because I was the first one to go with the aha moment, the funny thing that happened was the same thing that happened with Sherry's question. Everybody else that went, well, most of them, not everybody, but a majority of people said, I have the same thing. I teach people, this stuff. I teach people relationships, and then I don't know what to do in my relationship. Or I teach people marketing, and I don't know the next thing I should be doing marketing my business. So it's common, so it's not just me. This is what happens, because what I realize, what I believe is that when you're in business, especially when you're a solopreneur like most of us, and we get isolated, we get comfortable working from home, working from a hotel, working from wherever we are. I could go to Starbucks and work. All I need is a laptop. Sometimes I've done people's payroll on my phone. Well, that's not always good. That's not always good, because we do need that human interaction. We need to tap into other people's talent, experience, energy, and that is what you get with a mastermind. Okay, so that is my topic for tonight. I'm so proud of myself that I actually stayed on topic. And I want to remind you again to join my Mastermind with Joe DiChiara. It's free, no obligation. Another thing is that there is no pitching. We're not there to pitch our services. Okay, that happens sometimes. But, if we follow the rules, nobody wants to be pitched to. What happens is when you make those connections with people, you'll do business, you'll joint venture with people. But even if you never do that, even if you join a mastermind, you just walk away with the satisfaction that you might have just helped somebody. That should be enough. You know, what Sue says is, listen, if you're coming here to do business, don't come. It's not about doing business. It's not about pitching your product. You come into the mastermind with the intention of helping other people. Okay? You're going in there with the intention of giving, not getting. But what happens is, if you know these principles, these laws of the universe, the more you give, the more you get. And that's what happens in the mastermind. So if you're not familiar with the mastermind, and that's why I'm inviting you here. I think everybody, every business owner should experience a real mastermind growth. And I put the emphasis on real because the mastermind, as a word, the label, the mastermind label, has become diluted. Some people call their networking groups mastermind groups, and they're not mastermind groups. There is a big, big difference. A networking group is where you go to exchange business information with the objective of referring business. So the mindset is, hey, I'm going to go to this networking event so that I could fill my Rolodex with people that I can refer people to or get referrals from, which is fine. Which is fine. But when you go into a mastermind group, it's supposed to be based on giving and helping and supporting people in the mastermind group. And there are all different types of real mastermind groups. I know a friend of mine, Leslie Flowers, runs her own type of mastermind group for women. And I actually spoke to one of her mastermind members. She's got a great, like a quarterly program where she takes all of the people in her small group. And I think her groups are like 10 or 12. So you get 10 or 12 people that work together closely for a whole quarter. And then if you want to sign up again, you go again. So I would definitely recommend that you reach out to Leslie Flowers. Okay, she's in the Women's Entrepreneur Network. So if you're not in the Women's Entrepreneur Network, join and connect with Leslie Flowers, or just Google her. She is a mastermind expert. I haven't been in one of her mastermind meetings. I hope to someday. I think she only accepts women. So I'll have to do like the Titanic thing and maybe pose as a woman. But that's another thing. But definitely connect with Leslie Flowers. And this is what I want to leave you with. You know, I've been part of the Women's Entrepreneur Network since I met Haley Gray, since I interviewed her for Bedrock University, because I wanted to learn about how to build a Facebook group. I saw what she had. She had over 66,000 members, and that's pretty powerful. And so I did it, and today I have over 880 members. It keeps growing. And now what she's been doing this week is doing a 5-day Build Your Tribe challenge. Okay, and I think that you could still register. If you go to the Facebook group, she'll have a link, and I should have had a link. Maybe I'll put the link up in the chat afterwards so you could still join. I see that we just got 5 new members today. And what the challenge is she is teaching people how to build a Facebook group. Not everything, because she's going to be covering stuff that she did wrong on, I think, Monday or Tuesday. We don't do everything right. We can't. Nobody's perfect. A lot of it is trial and error. Well, she's taken out a lot of the error by sharing with us the right way to build a Facebook group. And what I'm excited about is because Haley and I are partnering on the Master Tribe Builders. Master Tribe Builders is a mastermind group of individuals that are focused on helping each other build their own Facebook groups. And I know how powerful a mastermind group is, but this is going to be mastermind groups on steroids, because I know building my group, it's simple. It is simple. Haley makes it simple, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. Okay, you got to be involved in the group. And so having the mastermind supporting me in my group, which includes, sharing posts, cross promotion, Facebook Lives in each group, it'll create a lot more activity. If I have 11 other professional people trying to do the same thing as me, it has to be, it will be extremely successful. So if you want information about it, please feel free to connect with me. Go to timewithjoe.com. That is timewithjoe.com. My time is up here. I don't want to go into somebody else's Facebook Live time. God bless you. Join the mastermind, my free one, Sue's free one, and talk to either me or Haley Gray about joining the Master Tribe Builders program. Okay? It's going to be great. It's going to work. And I hope to see you there. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. Joe DiChiara. Thank you. God bless. Over and out.